These robbers really picked the wrong targets, and it doesn't end well for them.
This man put up his dukes and he fought back.
Watch as they get a serious reality check. Number 1. Plan collapse. The moment the robbers made their move, the owner didn't hesitate. The second robber freaked out, and within minutes, the cops arrived. Their plan crumbled faster than they could run. Number 2. Perfume pursuit. Ever seen a beauty heist turn into a high-stakes chase? Watch as the ultimate steal goes down at Ulta. Our wannabe burglars, loaded up with perfumes, set off alarms that scream, "Caught red-handed." The cops, already on standby, swoop in, and the chase is on. But only 2 suspects get caught. Number 3. ATM knockout. This mugger thought an old man at the ATM would be an easy target. Big mistake. The 77-year-old wasn't having it and threw punches like a pro boxer. Shocked by the fight, the mugger quickly realized he picked the wrong guy and ran off. The moral of the story: never underestimate your opponent. Number 4. Scream to the rescue. In Bakersfield, California, young Lola hopped into her family's SUV to cool it down when she noticed a guy sneaking into their garage. Instead of panicking, Lola went full-on superhero mode. She let out a scream so loud it probably shook the whole block, and the would-be thief bolted like he was on fire. Safe to say, that burglar picked the wrong driveway. Number 5. Biker bluff. These 2 bikers thought they could scare a guy by waving a knife around, but they picked the wrong target. Instead of backing off, the guy stays calm and doesn't flinch. Then, in a hilarious twist, he steps toward them. The bikers panic and run away. Turns out, confidence can send even knife-wielding bullies packing. Number 6. Helmet whack. This thief thought he had an easy target, but he was in for a shock. He tried to grab a phone from a grandma, but she wasn't having any of it. With lightning speed, she ripped off his helmet and used it to whack him. Number 7. Perfume power. When a perfume thief thought he could sneak away, he had no idea this businesswoman was a real-life action hero. She sees him, charges down the aisle, and tackles him like a professional. Even when he tries to grab more, her tough stance and piercing cry make him flee for his safety. Number 8. Festive felony. Meet Taylor, who filled her car with stolen packages, claiming they were for festive baking. The cops, confused by her odd excuse, find the trunk packed with pilfered loot instead of gingerbread supplies. She and her teenage accomplice make a memorable exit from the scene, straight to a whole different kind of house. Number 9. Wine brawl. Here's a thief who turns a quick grab-and-go into a full-blown brawl. Watch as he snatches a wine bottle, but gets stopped by a shopkeeper who's more bouncer than a merchant. The thief's mask comes off, and after a few kicks and punches, he's shown the door with a "Don't come back" message. It's a mix of fighting and fierce shopkeeping that's anything but ordinary. Number 10. Neighborhood defender. A man catches a thief trying to steal from his neighbor's truck and immediately springs into action. The thief runs, but our guy isn't giving up that easily. He chases after him, yelling and making sure the criminal regrets ever trying to mess with this neighborhood. Number 11. Porch pirate duel. Who knew porch pirates could throw down like it's the championship match of package theft? Watch as 2 thieves pull up in separate cars and brawl over a single box like it's the holy grail of deliveries. One even wields a flower pot as his secret weapon. It's a duel worthy of the Porch Pirate Olympics. Number 12. Driveway duel. Ever seen a porch pirate's grand escape get blocked by a driveway showdown? Ronnie and Amy's normal trip home turns wild when they catch a thief red-handed. They spring into action, block the escape, and turn their front yard into a chase scene, with the thief getting caught and hauled off. Number 13. Bottle beatdown. Two masked men enter a shop, one waving a knife, trying to act tough. But the shopkeeper has no time for that. He grabs a bottle and charges towards them. One thief tries to appear innocent, while the other struggles to flee. The shopkeeper and a bystander confine them inside by holding the door tight. The cornered robber desperately attempts to open the door, but has no way out. What a terrible day for these men. Number 14. Pen versus knife. This robber definitely didn't expect the calmest shopkeeper ever. Armed with just a pen, he watches as she slams a knife on the counter. Instead of panicking, he grabs a stool and turns it into a shield. After a brief struggle, she realizes she's met her match and runs off. Maybe try a less fearless shopkeeper next time. Number 15. Gas pump chaos. This guy starts by stealing a woman's stuff, and after getting kicked by a bystander, he decides to go for a carjacking while someone's just pumping gas. Before the thief can drive off, the car owner grabs onto the door for dear life. Another person jumps in to help, and things get crazy. The car swerves all over the place, on the road, the sidewalk, until it crashes. Not exactly the smooth getaway the thief had in mind. Number 16. Carjack escape. Driving through Oakland, a woman's peaceful trip takes a wild turn when a car stops in front of her, and two armed men jump out. With no time to panic, she floors it, squeezing through a tiny gap and escaping the carjacking attempt. Talk about quick thinking, and an even quicker getaway. Those thieves didn't see that coming. Number 17. Candy heist. This guy believed he could outsmart everyone by snatching some starbursts. He comfortably went through the store, pretending to be naive, but his candy robbery did not fool anyone. After pretending to return the candy and sneaking some free Coke, he was surprised to learn that the cashier would not accept it. After being apprehended, the candy thief surrendered his delectable stash. Number 18. Marine moves. Thinking about robbing a gas station? You might want to reconsider after this one. Aaron Jacobs, a former Marine combat instructor and black belt, was working the register when two guys tried to pull a knife on him. In a flash, Aaron disarmed the attacker and slammed him into a rack. His biggest concern? The chips. Number 19. Sword showdown. Imagine you're browsing in a shop when a car smashes through the front out of nowhere. Total chaos, right? Well, the shop owner wasn't about to let a robbery slide. Instead of panicking, he grabs a sword. Yes, a sword, and charges at the thieves, chasing them off like a true action hero. Number 20. Stealth fail. This guy thought he could outsmart the store, but cameras don't miss a thing. He grabs two of Red's Wicked Apple Ales, hides them in his vest, and acts like he's just buying crackers. But the cashier's no fool and catches him. The thief awkwardly takes out the beers and leaves, learning the hard way that stealth isn't his thing. Number 21. Gate pants prank. Ever seen a door get revenge? These three robbers were in for a surprise when one tried to climb over the gate. Mid-climb, the automatic door starts opening, pulling on his pants until they come off. Now he's left dangling in his underwear while his buddies try not to crack up. The perfect heist gone hilariously wrong. Number 22. Pepper spray payback. This guy thought stealing a beer would be simple until the store clerk pulled out her pepper spray. Blinded, he and his buddy tried to flee, but she wasn't letting them off that easy. She chased him down, locked the door, and trapped them both inside. Lesson learned: never mess with a clerk who's quicker than you. Number 23. Boxing champ beat down. This guy thought he could casually rob a Walgreens until he ran into a state boxing champ. Bad move. The champ, who just happened to be there visiting his girlfriend, took him down in seconds, pinning the thief until the police arrived. Guess that's what you call really bad timing for the crook and perfect timing for the champ. Number 24. Doorbell deterrent. Dogs got your back. This guy confidently walks into a house and tries to buddy up with Dubai, a massive Great Dane mix. Too bad it's not his house. At first, Dubai seems cool with it, but when the dog's mum screams, Dubai switches to bodyguard mode, chomping down on the intruder's butt and chasing him out the door. Number 27. Paintball pirates. Tired of his election signs constantly being stolen, this homeowner went full-on defense mode. As the porch pirates made their move, they were in for a colorful surprise. The homeowner unleashed a spray of paintballs, causing total chaos. The thieves hilariously tried using the stolen signs as shields, but let's just say it didn't work out. Number 28. Explosive exit. This porch pirate thought he was on a stealth mission, but surprise, instant karma. After eyeing a package just as he makes his move, it explodes right in his face. He panicked and ran down the street. That unexpected dose of karma really turned his robbery into a track meet. Number 29. Phone fail. Imagine trying to steal phones, only to find yourself stuck inside the store. That's what happened when a would-be thief found out the door was locked. Instead of calling the cops, the store owner lets him go free and even invites him back for help. Talk about turning a sticky situation into a chance for a second chance. Number 30. Underwear defense. This homeowner wasn't messing around when robbers tried to hit his place 3 times. The first attempt ended with him in his underwear chasing off thieves with a gun. The second, he smashed their windows with a bat. And the last time, he caught them red-handed, trying to steal his bike, sending them running for the hills. Number 31. Veggie villain. These robbers were in for a pickle of a surprise. Mid-heist, the store owner returned and didn't panic. Instead, he grabbed a bag of pickles and started launching them like grenades. Caught off guard by a surprise veggie attack, the thieves panicked and ran, leaving one behind. Guess you could say things went downhill fast. Number 32. Spicy surprise. This elderly lady felt she had hit the jackpot, sneaking around someone's yard and picking chilies like a pro. However, her theft took an amusing turn when the homeowner went outside and caught her red-handed. To make matters worse, the dog joined in. Flustered, she handed up the stolen peppers and rushed away, likely reconsidering her life choices. Number 33. Bulldog bites back. So, this dude thought breaking in would be a piece of cake, until he met the ultimate guard dog. As the woman tries to close the door, her bulldog runs out. The poor guy never stood a chance. He's trying to shake off the dog, but let's be real, it's game over for him. Number 34. Hood surfing hero. This guy's gas station stop took a wild turn. While checking his car, a thief jumped into the driver's seat. The owner leaped onto the hood without thinking twice as the car sped off. The whole thing ended when the thief ditched the car, realizing he wasn't getting far. Number 35. Biker hero. A phone thief on a bike snatches a woman's phone in the middle of the day. But here comes the true MVP, another rider who witnesses the entire event. He chases after the robber, knocks him from his bike, and snatches the phone back. The burglar abandons his bike and flees, but our hero returns the phone like a boss. Number 36. Knife fumble. Thinking a butcher knife is his ticket to fast cash, This wannabe robber walks into a store ready to score big, but instead of slicing through the register, he just fumbles around, making it look like an awkward cooking class. After a few failed attempts, he realizes the knife isn't cutting it and runs off empty-handed. Number 37. Roadblock. Rumble. 4 robbers thought they could block the road and get an easy score, but they didn't expect this driver to flip the script. When they charged at him, he floored it, ramming their car like a boss, and sped off with the door flapping in the wind. Number 38. Tackle time. Nothing says caught red-handed like getting tackled by a public works employee. Watch as Jose Mateo's grand plan to snatch 2 packages turns into a foot race. He's sprinting with stolen goods, when suddenly, boom, a surprise tackle by an unlikely hero. Mateo's high-speed getaway ends with him eating dirt and losing his loot. Classic move. Number 39. Chair smackdown. This knife-wielding robber thought he was about to score some cash, but things quickly went south. As he tossed the register off the counter, a brave customer snuck up with a chair and knocked him down. The situation escalated into a group beatdown, with everyone pitching in to stop the robbery. Talk about teamwork gone right. Number 40. Paintball trap. These guys wouldn't let a bike thief get away that easily. After pulling off a late-night heist, the thief returned, but the crew was ready this time. They set the perfect trap and ambushed him with a barrage of paintballs. Surrounded and drenched in paint, the thief quickly realized he picked the wrong target. Number 42. Babysitter bravery. 2 guys break into the house, grab knives, and head upstairs. Rosie, babysitting little Dia, hears them and quickly hides in a bedroom. They start kicking down the door and even stab through it, trying to get in. Rosie doesn't panic. She grabs Dia and rushes into the bathroom, locking them both inside. Then she shouts that the cops are on their way, totally scaring off the burglars. The whole thing was caught on camera, and the homeowners were beyond grateful for Rosie's professional handling of everything. Number 43. Wheelchair warrior. This guy was threatening the cashier, demanding money, when someone in a wheelchair rolled up and showed everyone that having a disability doesn't mean you're weak. He straight up puts the robber in a chokehold, wrestles him to the ground, and holds him there until others finally step in to help. What's wild is that after doing all the heavy lifting, no one bothered to help him back into his chair. But honestly, when it came to taking down the bad guy, this guy was easily the toughest person in the room. He didn't just step up, he owned it. Number 44. Bike battle. A guy catches a bold Karen trying to steal his bike and tracks him down to his house. Instead of fleeing, Karen doubles down, claiming the bike is his. The owner isn't having it and starts yelling, causing a scene. But Karen, full of nerves, argues back, insisting he's keeping the bike. The owner brushes off the nonsense, grabs his bike, and tells him the cops are on the way. Number 46. Slapstick shoplifter. A woman gets caught shoplifting, and the store employee tells her she's not leaving because the cops are already on the way. Instead of admitting it, she tries to twist the situation, acting like the employee is the problem for insulting her. When he tries to stop her from leaving, she totally freaks out, kicking and slapping him, thinking it'll somehow get her out of trouble. The guy's had enough and has to hold her down to keep her from bolting. People nearby are telling her to chill, but she's screaming and causing a scene. By the time the cops show up, it's game over. Number 47. Banana to machete. On a late shift at an Alabama gas station, some guy buys a banana, leaves, and then comes back with a knife. Because apparently, the banana wasn't enough. The clerk, not about to be outdone, pulls out a machete and locks the door like he's in an action movie. The robber finally busts in, but instead of dealing with him, the clerk steps outside and starts smashing up the getaway car as it owes him money. The thief grabs the cash, but with a windshield smashed to bits, it wasn't long before the cops caught up. Honestly, not their best plan. Number 48. Fake cash fail. This woman thinks she hit the jackpot when she finds a $100 bill acting like it's hers. The real owner plays along, watching her try to act generously by offering a few bucks in return. Then, the big moment comes. He tells her the bill's fake, just some promo thing. Her face turns bright red, completely caught in her lie. And just to make things more awkward, she tries to throw out some weak insult, like that's going to fix the situation. It's hilarious how confident people can be when they're totally busted. Number 49. Dojo justice. Imagine pulling off a carjacking right in front of a karate dojo. Yeah, bad idea. A guy's about to get robbed when two martial arts instructors spot the action and decide to handle things themselves. Armed with metal pipes, they run out and go full action movie mode, smashing the thieves' car. The would-be carjackers panic, ditch the car, and run for it. Number 50. Speedy showdown. A smooth drive takes a turn when a white car blocks the road. The would-be robbers step out, thinking they've got this. But the driver's not having any of it. He slams the door shut and speeds off like a getaway pro. The robbers are left standing, completely empty-handed, and probably rethinking their life choices. Number 51. Paintball panic. These two guys crawl under a car in the middle of the day, trying to steal a catalytic converter. But their plan takes a wild turn when the homeowner shows up with a paintball gun. They freak out, jump into their getaway car, and speed off. Paint splatters are all they've got to show for it. Number 52. Firefighter fury. Daniel Gasky, an off-duty firefighter, turned an ordinary store trip into an action-packed scene. As he was grabbing a snack, a 19-year-old barged in with a hunting knife, demanding cash. Daniel didn't hesitate. He expertly tackled the robber in just 7 seconds, disarming him and ending the situation before anyone could get hurt. Talk about a hero. And that's what happens when robbers mess with the wrong people. Sometimes karma's quicker than you think. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.